Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and this is how you do Heroic Dragon Soul. Here you can farm, I don't know why I said farm so weird, but you can farm 3 mounts here. There's only 2 on normal, and make sure you're doing this on 10 player Heroic. It's the easiest way to do it instead of 25 man. They have more health and stuff. But there's 2 mounts on normal, and an additional 3rd mount off the last boss, only on Heroic. And all the mounts have about a 0.7 to 2% drop rate, so they're not that common. But Heroic Dragon Soul is a lot easier as of level 100. I'm doing this at like 631 item level, which is just Heroic gear, so it's not even that hard to do. And I'm just playing a Fury Warrior. And after Morchok, all these ads go away. That's why I was like, where are they all going? Why can't I attack them? But so for Morchok, the Heroic strat for him is that he splits up into a clone, which is named backwards, and that clone does the same spells he does, but like 5 seconds later, I believe. And I mean, it's not that difficult. I don't even think I had to deal with it. They were all just standing there and I just blades throwing them down. So it's not that hard. And moving on to this boss. This is actually, I hate this boss so much just because of the ads. I can't just pull the boss like I can most other things in this dungeon or in this raid. I have to actually kill these guys. If you pull the boss without killing these 3 trash packs around him, they will actually aggro with him. And since they are rooted in place, they're going to do damage to you, which isn't that bad anymore. But for Zon'ozz himself, I don't even know what the difference is. I didn't notice a difference between Heroic and Normal doing this level 100. He basically just spawns the orb, as you see there, the Void, which does damage a little bit if it bounces off the walls. I didn't even notice that much. I think I killed him before I even had to deal with it. But I did make a normal Dragon Soul walkthrough not too long ago, and it's pretty much the same thing, but this is for anyone who specifically wants to do Heroic, who didn't watch that video. So there's going to be a lot of reiteration of what I've already said if you have watched both videos. But if I were to recommend something, and by the way, the portal here I believe is on the west side if you want to get out. If I would recommend something and which one to farm, if you can do Heroic, I highly recommend doing Heroic because you get the 2 mounts from normal anyway, plus an additional 3rd mount like I said. So, highly recommend doing it on Heroic. Just give it a shot. The only difficult part used to be Spine, because there was a one-shot debuff you had that would one-shot you. But not anymore, so I would just... Am I still recording? Oh, yeah. I just saw flashing stuff and I know what was happening. But I would just recommend doing it on Heroic. For this boss, you can just pull him and all the globs will come to him, and then you can just AoE them down. And then he will do his phase where he spawns the 3, or I guess 4 now on Heroic. 4 globs that each of them used to do. Well, there's a lot more. Each of them used to have like a specific ability. I think black used to be there'd be globs that would spawn. The blue ones made it so you didn't get any mana. You had to stand in a certain place to get mana. The red was something about tanking. I don't remember, but it's not important. You don't even have to worry about them anymore. Just kill the boss. Once you kill him, you're gonna go on this Drake, and these all fly themselves, so don't even worry about it. This is the 3rd one that unlocks after you kill those 2, and it takes you all the way up to the top of this temple. And at this point there's a lot of RP that happens. There's like a minute and a half before this guy opens this portal to the Eye of Eternity, which is where you fight Malygos back in Lich King, but right now you're going to be fighting some ads, which I just went ahead and skipped forward. There's also a lot of cuts because there was so much RP and so much just standing around, so I just wanted to make this very quick and to the point because that's the way I like to make videos. When I watch a video, I don't give a shit about anything else. I just want you to show me where to go, what to do, what happens, and that's it. Like, I don't need to watch the RP, watch you standing there. Like, just give me the video. You know, that's how I like to. That's my philosophy. For this boss, she does have this phase, which I don't think you'll get to because you're so highly geared you're going to out DPS it. But there's like one phase where you have to like have lightning that conducts the 4 different pylons, which I don't think you can solo. I'm not 100%. And by the way, after that, talk to Cat, that dude there, and then after like 30 seconds of RP, talk to Thrall. And at this point, you go through Skyrim where you have to kill like 20 of these drakes, taunt them down, or just range attack them. I hate this phase so much. But the other phase for that chick I was just talking about is like there's 4 pylons that are just ice pylons that you kill while there's like blizzards going on and stuff that you just want to stand out of. If you get that phase, that's easily soloable, but I'm pretty sure that lightning phase isn't. I've never actually tried it to solo, so I'm not 100%. But after you do Skyrim, Ultraxion comes out, who has the best intro. I am the shadow which blots out the sun. Love it. We used to laugh so hard in Skype when we were raiding this back in Cataclysm. It was the best. But this is just literally a tank and spank. Don't worry about the button. I think if you press that button, you de-aggro the boss and he despawns for a bit. Because I think there always has to be someone outside in this realm, so don't even worry about it. But this is the first boss that drops a mount. Experiment 12B, I think, is really ugly looking mount, but if you're a mount collector, you definitely still want it. After like 30 seconds of RP, the ship spawns, and then you talk to the dude that I just talked to twice, and he will start the Warmaster Blackhorn fight. Now this fight, I cut out a lot, because literally I was standing around for a very long time. Basically, there's going to be drakes that plop down these two guys. If you see purple swirlies, try to stand in them. You don't have to, it's not going to be that big of a deal, but they do damage to your ship, which you need alive. This big swirly you definitely want to stand in because it does a ton of damage. And then after a while, these drakes on the side that spawned those two guys that you were fighting at before the Vikings, they come down automatically and you kill them. There's also a Twilight Sapper that gets dropped every once in a while that you have to kill because he used to one-shot you. If you got into the control room, he would like, explode and everything would die. But that's pretty much the fight. And also fire spawns. That's pretty much the first part of this fight anyway. You have to do that 3 times. You have to kill these drakes 3 times, and it's very annoying. I don't know, this fight is just so... I never really liked this fight, but especially now since you have to do so much waiting, it sucks. So, as I say, I'm just kind of standing around, and I'm just waiting for stuff to happen to me. And standing and stuff, and I don't know. I've never really liked this fight, but it's pretty simple, I guess. But I think this is the third wave here. They're gonna, and at this point you have to fight pretty much everything at the same time. I think the Twilight Onslaughts, these guys, and like a Twilight Sapper, might be in the last phase, spawned at the same time, and then these guys come down, and then finally you get to fight Warmaster Blackhorn, who comes down from Goriana, I believe is the name. So you're gonna fight that. You're gonna kill Blackhorn pretty quick. You have to actually fight the dragon Goriana at the same time, but you kill him so fast that you have to wait a bit for it to come down. So as you see, this void zones, don't stand in the shockwave that he does. I couldn't actually see it, so I was like, oh, there's a shockwave coming, but he's gonna be regenerating health until Goriana comes down, at which point you can just do some AoE or something, and then don't have to kill her, just get her really low. And then you talk to the guy who started the fight to do Spine. Now Spine is the fight that used to make this on Heroic very difficult, because, and by the way, you kill the 3 corruptions, so you have a lot of blood spawning. You stand in one of the corruptions, so you get the, obviously I'm hovering over that debuff, it roots you in place, and then if you look at the sky, that's when you know the boss is rolling. It takes away all the amalgamations that you need, and then you just sit here going back and forth killing the bloods. The corrupted bloods, you need 9 of them on the amalgamation that spawns when you kill a corruption, so leave that other corruption up. There's always going to be 1 corruption up, so just leave it up. This makes it a lot easier. You need 9 corrupted bloods for the amalgamation to pick up, and don't kill the bloods right when they spawn like that one. Don't kill it in the fire, because the blood itself will not die on its body won't be on the ground, so you won't be able to pick it up. So I just kind of kill them here because this is where you want the amalgamation to die, and they're all kind of in the same place, so that way it's easy to pick them all up. Now, as you see on the screen, I'm moving back and forth, and you can see in the middle it says he's about to roll left, about to roll right. The bottom message is the most recent message, and you have about 8 to 10 seconds before the roll actually takes place. And what you want to do is you want to, and by the way, when you have 9 of those bloods, you just kill the corruption, take this amalgamation over them, make sure he has 9 stacks of the debuff. I forget what it's called, I was hovering over it. Once he has 9, you kill him right at the back here, because you have to kill him there because he has to do Nuclear Blast, which opens up the plating, and you kill the tendon underneath it, and then rinse and repeat 2 more times. You do this 3 times, and that's it. But what I was saying is, if you stand on one side for too long, Deathwing will roll and you'll fall off unless you're in place on this corruption like I am now, and you have that debuff that roots you in place. And basically, just to counter it, you just run left and right the entire time. And like I said, the bottommost message is the most recent one. So when he says he's about to roll left, you go right, and vice versa. When he's right, you go left. And you just sit there killing bloods like I'm doing this fight. It's a lot easier if you don't pull the amalgamation before you get the 9 stacks, then you have an amalgamation hitting on you and stuff. And the thing that used to kill you in this fight is corruption death, I think. I forget what it's called, but it was a debuff that if it wasn't dispelled, it would one-shot you in your entire raid. But now it doesn't do that much damage. You can actually survive through it, as you're seeing in this video. So, level 100 perks, man, that's all I can say. But I don't know, this fight, a lot of people have struggled with this fight, but I've always found it pretty easy. I actually like this fight a lot. It's really fun. You actually have to pay attention. I like old stuff. I like doing old stuff, and when I actually have to sit, it's not all just, I can just do it and then alt-tab to Reddit or whatever while I'm doing it. It's nice. I have to actually pay attention. I don't know, I like this fight. It's fun. And it's nice not, after doing this in LFR when it was current, being able to do this just one shot and not suck at it. But you kill that. You talk to the Thrall, he does another 30 seconds of RP, you can loot the thing while that happens. And you talk to him a second time to spawn the 4 arms of Deathwing, and I thought Deathwing was a dragon, not an octopus. That's an inside joke. because someone in LFR said that back in the day, and one of our friends, Sean, said that like that, and we laughed really hard. But anyway, the thing I just killed, the tentacle at the back, you want to kill that first, and there's also a corruption parasite. It's a new thing in heroic. You get a debuff, and what happens is you'll see it later on. A corruption parasite spawns underneath you, basically. And you want to kill that because it has a cast. I don't remember how long it is, but if it gets that cast off, what used to happen was it used to one-shot your raid, I believe. And don't think that's a problem anymore, but you still want to kill it. So the order is you want to kill the corrupt. If it's up, you want to kill the parasite first, then the tentacle in the back, and then the main tentacle. So as you see, this tentacle I'm killing because it's up, and then I'm gonna go back to this arm now. I actually slowed it down here, not really slowed it down, but I didn't speed it up so fast. This might happen. You're gonna go over and you get swung back over. If that happens, it happens twice to me. What I just did to make myself get over there was I would walk, and as soon as I was in the air, I'd let go of everything. I'm not pressing W, my mouse, nothing. I just let go, and if I get sent back, I do it again. It's very annoying when that happens, so just try again. But there's a parasite, I killed it, and there you go. And you go back to Deathwing, and you kill him. On the other side of where I'm fighting Deathwing, Blood Spawn, if they get to him, they heal him. So try to kill him very quickly, or else you're going to have to deal with that. Very annoying, but you shouldn't have to since you're doing so much damage. But that's it. Thanks for watching. If any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Have a great day. I love you. See ya.